But you don't answer her before something takes her and moves something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
The narrator's abandoned us.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
So she's not creating the mirror, and the narrator's not creating the mirror, so there's something or someone else that's interfering with this. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us, and not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
I think we do have to look.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Yeah, now you'll know. Now you'll know what we are. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it.
It's you.
It's you. But what am I? What am I? You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. That ain't a cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I don't like this. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
I think so too.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yes! Yes, it does. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. What do you mean by the gift of a
Yes.
fragile vessel?
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself.
Okay.
She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Yeah, I see that, and I don't love this. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I mean, fair enough.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that
Now
there
what?
are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I don't know if we want
Bring
that.
me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found. but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
That doesn't answer. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done.
You can't
To
slay the
destroy
princess.
is merely
Or
to
you can't
reshape,
destroy the world.
to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, whatever. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Something that's not really alive. It's a force of nature of some type. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay, make me
She
forget.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Bring the Wraith to her. Uh-oh.
You're on a path in the woods. And at
You'll
the
say
end
the
of that
princess starts
path
here, you'll know it
is
when
a
you see
cabin.
it.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We make different choices each time, and that builds up to the final ending.
You're here
Okay.
to slay her.
Okay, we've got it.
If you
We
don't,
understand now.
it will be the end
We
of
need
the
to
world.
make all the choices. Turn around and
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
leave. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly
Let's see
continue
what's
down the
down the
path
other
away
path.
from the cabin.
Let's explore the rest of this world.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But we do.
That's strange.
We know.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Quietly continue
Your
down the path.
silence is deafening.
We're ignoring the narrator.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just
the
a
music's
trick
going
of
weird.
light.
The music's going weird. We have all these cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Yep, this is some sort of like pocket plane or whatever that someone or something has created to contain the princess. And we are trapped here too.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.